all the Democratic establishment, deep state lackeys, they're all on the same fucking page. Just continue to tell your lie. Continue to say that Donald Trump is the evil one. Continue to say that Donald Trump is the corrupt one. Continue to say he's mishandling stuff. Try to say that he's just diverting from what's going on. And every single Democrat, when you talk to those David Atkins and whatnot, it's a big nothing burger. There's nothing there. I'm like, what do you mean there's nothing there? They were telling me for years that the Ukraine situation, the scandal, the fact that what OBiden did, and I'm going to say OBiden because Obama knew. He tried to distance himself. Once again, these people work back and forth. Obama and Biden, remember when we say vice presidents don't have a big role? Not in the Obama administration. All his little scandals, all his little scheming in these other countries, the regime changed. Oh, it seems like Biden was at the front of it. And we also knew that he gave the thumbs up in the Ukraine. All right. So the big nothing burger, let's take another look at this right now, because what just came through? Phone calls between Biden and Ukraine's, remember Pork Chop Poroshenko, I used to call him, leaked. Details $1 billion in quid pro quo to fire Burisma prosecuted. So it says leaked phone calls between Joe Biden and former Ukrainian President Petro Pork Chop Poroshenko explicitly detail the quid pro quo agreement to fire the Ukrainian prosecutor General Viktor Shokin, who Poroshenko admits did nothing wrong in exchange for $1 billion in U.S. loan guarantees. And that was the big whole scandal. Remember when he says, well, you're not getting the money. He did this openly. He says, until you fire Viktor Shokin, you ain't getting that money.
You ain't getting
now,
that money.
If you want to play it again, John, you're more than welcome to. You got it lined up? Take a look. Let's just remind people.
Providing the hard data after some serious looks as to what is going on.
It's okay. We all remember this. Everybody knows about him. You're not getting the money. And he bragged into, what do you know? Mm-hmm. The prosecutor was fired. Okay, well, now a Ukrainian judge orders Joe Biden listed as a alleged perpetrator of crime and the prosecutor's firing. Because once again, just like Flynn, I mean, Obama and Biden and their little crew ruined so many people's fucking lives. General Flynn, they ruined his life over this situation. They set him up and manipulated him. I mean, this was a phone call with an ambassador Mr. Flynn had, a drunk, I mean, he was drunk. It was cocktail hour. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was Kushner saying, hey, man, talk to him about this vote coming up in the UN to help us out. And they fucking manipulated the whole situation and moved General Flynn into a prosecution deal, a plea deal, admitting he lied, to the FBI. And they all made it look about he was lying about his Russian connections. No, that wasn't the case. Well, how about this guy over here, fam? We're talking about Shokin. They ruined his life over there. So the Ukraine judge orders Joe Biden listed as an alleged perpetrator of a crime and the prosecutor's firing. It just says right here real quick, the infamous story of Joe Biden's effort to force the firing of Ukraine's chief prosecutor in 2016 has taken a new legal twist in Kiev. Just as the former vice president is sewing up the 2020 Democratic presidential nomination in America, in Kiev last month, District Court Judge Vivolk ordered the country's law enforcement service to formally list fired prosecutor Viktor Shokin as a victim of alleged crime by the former U.S. vice president, according to the official English translation of the ruling obtained by Just the News. Okay, so what they're saying now, fam, is like, nope, he's a victim of a crime, this gentleman here. He was illegally removed with your little puppet government they fucking put up, and right now we're going to expose it. So they're going to bring all this shit back out on the surface and stuff. This was a scandal. Let's not forget there was a regime change here. There was a bloody regime change on the Maidan in Ukraine, okay? People died. Police officers were burned alive. And the NED had all their fingerprints on it. And Joe Biden gave the thumbs up. And Obama said okay as well.
They made money off of it.
Tons of money.
Tons of money. That's like the worst part, too. Because they didn't just do it. They profited off of regime change.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Check this out.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
The Situation Room is...
Hello. Joe Biden.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Your call has been convened.
Petro, can you hear me?
Yeah, now it's better.
I can hear you better, too. I'm sorry.
No problem.
You were saying, I missed what you were saying.
Yeah. So, first of all, I'm very happy to hear you. Second, This is very valuable for me that you find out a time for me, even in Minnesota. And I'm dreaming some days to be with you in Minnesota.
That's easy, man. I tell you what, I'd like to be with you instead of Minnesota right now, but go ahead.
The third, I have some positive and negative news. I will start with the positive news.
The new prosecutor general. I know there's a lot more that has to be done, but I really think that's good, and I understand you're working with the Rod in the coming days on a number of additional laws to secure the IMF. So, but congratulations on installing the new prosecutor general. It's going to be critical for him to work quickly to repair the damage Shokin did. And I'm a man of my word. And that now that the new prosecutor general is in place, we're ready to move forward in signing that new $1 billion loan guarantee. And I don't know how you want to go about that. I'm not going to be able to get to Kyiv anytime soon, meaning the next month or so. And I don't know whether you could either sign it with our ambassador, or if you came here, we could sign it, or if you want, we're inviting Groisman here later. I'm going to be talking to him later this morning, not for that purpose.
But right there it is. Now we're ready to go along with that $1 billion that you removed the person who was looking into the holdings of my son. Was it Hunter in Burisma, right? You know, it wasn't Bo. Hunter. Sorry. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I think, fam, that we deserve a 100% audit of the Democratic primary, especially all the mail-ins across this whole frigging country in every single primary. Who the hell is voting for this asshole? Who the hell is voting for this corrupt son of a bitch? I mean, a light bulb has to go up above your head. The fact that Obama got on the phone and made Buttigieg drop out of the race when he was ahead of Biden, okay? Made Klobuchar drop out of the race when she was ahead of Biden, and everything. It's like they had everything in place, ladies and gentlemen. These people are so corrupt. Obama, man, I remember when I used to say he had no scandals. Oh, my God. Oh, my Lanta. And everything is connected with Biden. This is disgusting. We didn't need an audit, fam. We got a show. I guarantee there's a bunch of dead people who voted mail-in for fucking Biden. I'll guarantee it.
I mean, I just think that the whole primary was a sham. We need a whole do-over. That's not going to happen coming from the Democratic Party. They're just going to use the coronavirus just like they're using it now. They're saying, oh, we need to worry about the people. We need to stop talking about all this stuff. This is just diverting attention. But they're not doing anything about the people either. So just keep that in mind when they talk about, oh, yeah, we need to focus on not on this Trump stuff. Yeah, like, because they're not doing anything either in regards to the economic issues that people are facing. It's disgusting.
It is pretty disgusting, and they got away with it. And seeing the Democratic establishment, even the people we saw at these conventions in California, the way they defend Biden, it's disgusting. And you know what? It is just pure propaganda the way they get the masses, the people who are following them, to say, but Trump's the evil guy. I mean, even some of my friends are like, well, I still want the establishment to take control over Donald Trump. I'm like, it's bad if that happens. We're going to take one step forward and two steps back. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep digressing. Biden as the president just only hurts us. It gets us, you know, it puts us further in the weeds. The fact we have to do what Fiorella has said at this point right now, and that's the superhero Fiorella, we have to destroy the Democratic Party, and they're destroying themselves. All these people should not be looked upon. They should be looked down upon. The Pelosi's, the Schiffs, the Schumers, the Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Obama, the Bidens, the Clintons, people praising any of these people. You know what I'm saying? The fact that Elizabeth Warren was going around with Hillary Clinton, fucking stupid.
Oh, and I just saw this, but it seems people are really convinced that he's tapped Warren for VP. And that's something to look into as well. So keep that in mind, because that is, again, the co-option. Oh, he picked a progressive Warren as a VP. Everything is good now because she's going to solve everything as a VP. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
it's like I said, at this point, I think they want Trump to be the president.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really think they want Trump to be the president, to put forth this guy. I mean, do you really believe, ladies and gentlemen, Do you really believe he got all those votes? Do you believe he got 500,000 votes in Los Angeles?
I'm telling you, he didn't get half a million votes.
Half a million votes in Los Angeles. Get
no
the
way.
F out of here.
He didn't even show up to any convention. And there's like, I've seen more Pete Buttigieg and Klobuchar than I have seen Biden.
Yeah. We need to demand a recount, and we need an audit, a 100% audit of every single vote right now. These people have showed they're corrupt as can be. If they got the votes, then prove it. Okay, I want to see it. And it makes me think about when I was calling the registrar, asking him, hey, who's printing out the mail outs? Are you guys printing it out there? Is it just software you're using? Or, oh, there's another client we use, another group. We what's the word, Johnny? When you give out the work. When you give it to somebody else. Well, delegate is where we farm it out.
What?
There's another term. We outsource it. Thank you. We outsource the work to a mailing company. I couldn't even, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, well, what information do they get? I want to know where they're printing it out. Think about it. Because there were people, we did a report on this before. There was a lady who said that she found out her dead husband voted 4 times. 4 times for the Democrat. And she was just disgusted by it. But, okay, that's one situation. Oh, that was just one situation that's being overblown. Okay, we'll prove it. Let's get it out there. Let's take a look at all our mail-ins. How about all our mail-ins? Just our mail-ins alone.
We'd need to look at all the provisionals, so that would take forever.
Well, all those provisionals we know. And once again, we went into that friggin' room, ladies and gentlemen. We saw stacks and stacks of provisionals that won't be counted. But you people were saying, oh, provisionals will get counted out there. Any of you jerk-offs in the Bernie Sanders campaign, not mentioning any names, Raul or what's his name? Rafa and Lewis saying, oh, provisionals will get counted. You said that shit, right? Put your money where your mouth is. Did you go up? Did you show up in that room like we did with Maria Estrada and crew and Linda Teach and Johnny Sue? Okay? And Rodolfo? Did you guys show up in that room? And Melissa, did you see the tons and tons of provisional ballots that won't be fucking counted? No, you didn't. We did.